Alright, hello everybody, this is a different video. So, hello. I don't do videos like this on the second channel, but I thought this was just a really funny thing that I wanted to talk about because I remembered it while I was going through some old videos from my old channel. Uh, let's see. Oh, there we go. So this is the Rec Room Iceberg. I made a video on this. How many years ago was this video made? 4 years ago. No, not even 4 years ago. This turns 5 years. This turns 5 years old next month. Yeah, this is a 5-year-old video where I talk about this fucking thing. You can't see it because I was editing this. I'm pretty sure on. Oh my god, yeah, it was actually on fucking Windows Movie Maker. So yeah, this was made in Windows Movie Maker, so you can't actually read anything that is said on this. But you can read it on here on the original Reddit thread, which I actually managed to find. I was surprised I managed to find it. But this is so... I'm like looking back at this and this is so stupid. This is so dumb. Like, I'm glad this person got deleted. That's kind of a mean thing to say, but like I'm kind of glad this person's no longer able to wreak havoc on reddit.com. I had this upvoted too. I had to unupvote it. But yeah, this is the Rec Room Iceberg, and I just want to make this video to look back on it before I go to bed. I need something to make fun of before I go to bed tonight. So I guess we're just gonna go through all of these and just see how bad it gets, cause this is like really, this is kind of nothing, which is why I'm not posting this on the main channel. This is also like unedited. This is going on the second channel. I like posting here sometimes. I need to do this more. I'm gonna do this more. So let's just get into it. So on the top you have all the things that nobody knows about. This is all the things that everybody knows about. So you can teleport and walk. That's something that you can do if you play Rec Room in VR. Rec Room was created in 2016. This is true. A lot of people don't know this, but this game was created in 2016 and it's only gotten worse in the past 10 years. Rec Room Twitter. They have a Twitter account on twitter.com. That's a place that they have. Junior accounts, if you're under 13, you have to use a junior account, and nobody abides by this. Rec Center moderators, people moderate the Rec Center. Rec Room Discord, that I don't fucking care. Let's go down to here. Rec Room on the Apple Watch. Rec Room is apparently on the Apple Watch. I don't even think this is true. It might be true, I don't fucking know. Fake iOS Rec Room clones, apparently that's a thing. Gribbly likes coffee. What are these fucking things? Who cares? At A account is active. Who genuinely cares about this? Who is like, what kind of interesting things are on here? Like nothing interesting. Pedophiles in Rec Room? They're in everything. They run Twitter. One runs Twitter. And his name is Elon Musk. And he's probably on Rec Room right now. That's probably what he's doing right now. Amy Lee, Coach. I think that's the voice actress who plays Coach, the announcer. The Forbidden One. This is about some like bug that appeared. I remember it. So basically, back in the day, Rec Room used to have an actually good working main menu. Like you could actually use it when in VR and it wouldn't sometimes break. But then they made it less VR friendly. So it has like a stupid fucking thing. But basically, before they ruined it, you could sometimes look behind you and see like this bugged out default like body or something, and people called it the Forbidden One because it just looked like a strange dark figure behind you, and it was kind of freaky. I never ran into this bug, but it was cool. It was cool when they still had that. The Christmas sets get worse every year. This was when they were doing Christmas sets. I don't think they do this anymore. They just make overpriced microtransactions, and that's what they do. Rec Room is hiring. That's probably also true. Account trading. People trade their accounts, I guess. Even though that's something that happens on everything. I don't know why this is... I have no clue why this is on here. Because these are just things that everyone does on most platforms. Like, there's a subreddit for, like, fucking Pokemon and Fortnite. The White Hat Group. The White Hat Group was... Let's see, what were they? I don't think they were a group. The White Hats were not a group. They were... The White Hats were just people who hacked Rec Room and like reported bugs and reported what they were hacking to Rec Room directly, and they would give that person a white hat item for bringing that to their attention. And then the Mystery of 87, I have no fucking clue what that is. Rec Room cults. There's probably a cult on Rec Room, I don't know. Right, the account at Rec Room was originally meant to be Coach. Sure. Coach's Finest. No fucking clue what that is either. I think some of these are just things that has no information anymore. I think Coach's Finest was like a series of skins. They're either a series of skins or a series of people, but I'm pretty sure they were a series of skins. Rec Room accounts for sale. This is just the same fucking thing as this. There are Fortnite accounts for sale. People sell their Fortnite accounts and people trade their Fortnite accounts all the time. People do that with fucking Roblox accounts too. And YouTube accounts. Creepy textures found in the files. This is also something that isn't true. I was looking at the comments and you can't go in their files. You can't or you can go in, you can like data mine, I guess, but there are no creepy textures you can find in the files, and that was never a thing. I think there was probably just something kind of weird that someone found that they didn't recognize, like a texture or something that was just kind of weird. And they're like, dude, you're heckin' creepy. The Rec Room backrooms. This isn't something that exists, I don't think. Unless they're talking about the actual backrooms games that you can find. But I'm pretty sure that it's just talking about what if they were heckin' backrooms. There's probably a fucking bugged out rooms. There can be like just like default rooms, I guess, for testing. I don't even know what this is trying to talk about. Private dev servers. That's probably exactly what it sounds like. The devs probably have their own servers, yeah. Spooky thing is a hijacked account. Skill issue? I don't know. Developer dorm rooms? Sure, whatever. 2015 test build. This was just a dev testing server in 2015. Break room, I think I read something here. Break room is basically just where you can see all unreleased items. There is also break room service for the white hat hackers. Yeah. Yeah. User 5667. I'm such a fat fucking chud. User 5667 shut down the servers. I forget who 67 was. Five six seven. I think from what I remember was just a guy who would hack and shut down servers. I guess, which people still do that on everything. Rec Room will die in 2025. Oh man, I sure hope not. So today is one of the last days of 2025. It's December 18th. So this never happened, surprisingly. Build time 1/1/1987. I don't even know what this is talking about. Accounts randomly deleted with no reason. They probably still do this. I wouldn't be surprised if they still do that. Accounts that haven't been online for 3 years become inaccessible. I've heard about this. I don't think this is true either. I think a lot of what is on here is not true. Dead man wearing a VR headset in the rec center. That was true from what I believe. This was literally like 5 years ago. This Iceberg was made like, I believe, a little bit after this incident, but a guy had a heart attack while playing Rec Room. And you could like see his character in that game after he died. I saw no like news reports or anything about this, but this could have happened, and it could have just not been reported on, because that's something that happens sometimes, where like something like this can definitely happen and just not be reported on. I think it would have been based on the nature of it, but it probably also just, maybe the family just didn't want that reported, which is, you know, that's understandable. But people have told me, people were telling me back then, because I was still like avidly playing the game when this happened. People were telling me that they saw that. Like multiple people told me that they saw that. And I would ask them, like while I was playing, like, did you hear about the guy who died? And they're like, yeah, I saw him. Like they didn't see him die, but they saw him, like his like Rec Room character there, because that was something that was there for I don't think too long, but I think his character was in there, and they just didn't turn off the console for a while, I guess. Graphic images found in the files. This is also just nothing. This isn't real. There's no graphic image found in the files. I believe there would probably be a lawsuit or something. Maybe not a lawsuit, but I feel like it would be a big controversy if Rec Room just put like fucking gore in their picture, like in the picture files or something. See, only Valve can get away with that with Half-Life 2. You are being recorded. What does that even mean? You are being recorded. You probably are when you're playing on a fucking online game. You're probably being monitored by fucking Israel and Palantir or whatever, but what you say is being recorded, I believe. When the moderators have to take in reports, they probably have like audio logs from what goes on. I think I would probably assume, so that they can look back on it and say, oh, this person said the N-word, we're not going to do anything about it because everybody else on this fucking platform says it for some reason. But yeah, that was the Rec Room Iceberg. It was really funny. Oh, I skipped some stuff, but as Shield Soccer. Does anybody remember Shield Soccer? This is actually like the one interesting thing. Nobody remembers this because they removed it. But you used like the shields. It was cool. But yeah, that was the Rec Room Iceberg. I don't think there's any more icebergs. OMG, what the fuck? Why is Mr. Rec Room Man green and red? How do I... Yeah, sure. Well, that was that. That was really fun. That was a good use of my 15 minutes. If you enjoyed this, I hope you did. That was the Rec Room Iceberg. I've said this like 4 times, but that was the Rec Room Iceberg. It was really bad. I remember it being. I thought it was better. I thought it was better than that. I thought there was gonna be something actually interesting, which is why I wanted to make a video on it. But for the most part, it's just nothing interesting, other than maybe like a couple things near the bottom. But for the most part, it's kind of just, like I said, nothing. The Rec Room Iceberg is there's probably a better one now because it's been 5 years, but this is so stupid. The whole like graphic images found in the files, that is not something that a company, especially one that was like small at the time, like Rec Room. Like Rec Room is it's a very big thing now. It has like millions of players, and it's very corporate now. Especially nowadays, they would not have something like that, but I don't think they would have back when they were like a small indie team operating out of like a fucking brick building, like a small brick building in Seattle. Like, I've seen the picture of their old office, and it was a very tiny place. I don't think a group of developers operating from a small building like that would have made would have implemented images like that into their files. I think it's so stupid. Obviously, it's like some kid probably made that, but it's so funny, and it shows what type of people, I guess, what type of people played Rec Room back then. And I guess it was just a sign of the times that the most interesting thing happening back then was whatever was going on in Rec Room. I don't know. I'm really just like saying stuff now, but that was the Rec Room Iceberg. I hope you liked this. Looking back at this, almost 5 years later. Sorry I haven't been posting on the main channel at all. I haven't been able to, but yeah, that was that. Um, yeah, you're probably seeing this on like the 19th or something. But I think I will be streaming on the main channel. So if you want to see a cool stream on the main channel, go check it out. Anyways, that's all.